Singer-songwriter Cynthia and Stephanie Lauper, known to all of us as just Cyndi Lauper, was born on June the 22nd, 1953 in Brooklyn, New York. At the age of 12, she began writing songs and playing acoustic guitar given to her by her sister. She attended Richmond Hill High School, but later was expelled, although she did attain her GED later in life. Reportedly, to escape her abusive stepfather, she ran away from home at age 17. She eventually traveled to Vermont. While in Vermont, she took art classes at Johnson State College and supported herself by working odd jobs. In the early 1970s, Cyndi worked as a vocalist for various and several cover bands. In 1978, she co-formed a band called Blue Angel, and they went on to record a demo of original music. The band Blue Angel was eventually signed by Polydor Records. The band actually released a self-titled album called Blue Angel in 1980. Despite the album being liked by critics, it was a commercial failure. After the failure of their one and only album release, the band decided to break up. After the breakup of Blue Angel, Cyndi spent time working at retail stores, waitressing at IHOP restaurant, and singing at local clubs. In 1981, she signed a recording contract with Portrait Records. On October the 14th, 1983, she released her first solo album called She's So Unusual, which became a worldwide commercial hit. Although this album consisted of original songs such as Time After Time and She Bop, it also consisted of covers. Most notably, the new wave track from The Brains, Money Changes Everything, and Prince's When You Were Mine. With that said, her biggest single off of this album, and that I would say that's her signature song of her career, of Cyndi Lauper's career, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, a huge hit, was a part of this album. And that was the golden jewel of this album. And like I said, that has become a signature staple for Cyndi Lauper's career. The single, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Her video for the song Girls Just Wanna Have Fun was iconic as well, and a big hit as well. in 1984, it actually won the best video from a female artist, a musical artist, at the MTV Awards. So it was a big accomplishment there. In 1985, she participated in the USA for Africa We Are the World project, which was a charitable event to combat the famine in Africa. Also in 1985, she released the song Goonies Are Good Enough from the soundtrack of the movie The Goonies. In 1986, she released the album True Colors, with the biggest commercial hit off the album being the title track, True Colors. Also in 1986, she released a duet with Billy Joel on a song called Code of Silence. Still in 1986, she sang the theme song for the show Pee-wee's Playhouse, but under a different name, under the alias name Ellen Shaw. In 1987, a concert film was released on HBO called Cyndi Lauper in Paris. In 1988, she made her film debut in the movie called Vibes. She also contributed a song to the movie soundtrack called Holding My Heart All the Way to China. In 1989, her album A Night to Remember was released. From this album, a single called I Drove All Night was released, which was originally recorded by the late, great Roy Orbison. In May 1990, she took part in a John Lennon tribute concert in Liverpool. She performed the Beatles song Hey Bulldog and also performed the John Lennon song Working Class Hero. In June 1993, she released her album Hat Full of Stars. Also in 1993, she had acting roles in TV series Life with Mikey and Mad About You. In 1996, her album Sisters of Avalon was released in Japan. It was released in 1997, practically a year later everywhere else though. This album addressed some dark themes, such as on the song The Ballad of Cleo and Joe, which addressed the complications of a drag queen's life, like the complications of a drag queen's double life. And a song called Say a Prayer, which was written for a friend who had died from AIDS. Another song from the Sisters of Avalon album called Unhook the Stars went on to be used by a movie of the same name, Unhook the Stars. And of course was part of the film's soundtrack. In 1999, Cyndi appeared as an animated version of herself on the popular TV series The Simpsons. Also in 1999, she was the opening act for Cher's Do You Believe tour alongside the band Wild Orchid. Also around the same time, she appeared in the movies Mrs. Parker and the Vicious Circle, and The Opportunist. In the year 2000, she contributed to the animated film soundtrack of Rugrats in Paris, the movie. The song she contributed to this soundtrack was called I Want a Mom That Will Last Forever. Wow. We would all like a mom that lasts forever, wouldn't we? In 2002, a best of album was released called The Essential Cyndi Lauper. In 2004, she performed at VH1's benefit concert Divas Live. Which included her performing her classic hit Time After Time with none other than legendary singer Patti LaBelle. In 2005, she released her album called The Body Acoustic. Her album Bring Ya to the Brink was released in 2008. Also in 2008, she duetted with a Swedish band called The Hive on a Christmas tune called A Christmas Duel. The song was only released in Sweden though. In 2009, she appeared as a guest star on the TV show Bones for the first time. It wouldn't be her last though. Also in 2009, she collaborated with Wyclef Jean on a song called Slumdog Millionaire. In January 2010, Mattel released a Cyndi Lauper doll as part of their Ladies of the 1980's series. In June 2010, her album Memphis Blues was released. In November of 2011, she released 2 Christmas songs that were exclusively on iTunes. One of the songs, a blues-inspired cover of an Elvis Presley classic, Blue Christmas, and the other was a duet with singer Norah Jones called Home for the Holidays. In 2012, her memoir was released, which detailed her struggles with child abuse and depression. Also in 2012, she composed music and wrote lyrics for the Broadway musical called Kinky Boots. In 2013, in a celebration of the anniversary of her release of her 30th year anniversary of her release of her debut album, She's So Unusual, she released the 30th anniversary edition of the classic album, which included remixes, live recordings, and unheard demos. She also embarked on an international tour, which covered North America and Australia. In 2016, she released the album Detour, which contained her interpretations of earlier country music classics. In June 2019, she performed at the opening ceremony of Stonewall 50 World Pride NYC. In April 2022, she performed at Music Care's Person of the Year honoring musician Joni Mitchell. In February of 2024, she announced a collaboration with Pop House after they bought parts of her song catalog. Around the same time, a documentary about her career was released on Paramount Plus called Let the Canary Sing. She is currently on her Girls Just Wanna Have Fun farewell tour, which began on October the 18th, 2024 in Montreal, Canada, and is set to end in Tokyo, Japan on April the 25th, 2025. Cyndi Lauper has definitely put her mark on the music industry, and God bless her. I mean, God bless her, and I pray continued blessings and light to her. And with that, I'm going to end the video right here. Please feel free to like, share, and comment on this video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. After subscribing, please click that little notification bell in order to be notified of any new uploads from this channel. I thank you all for your support. I truly appreciate it. I'm out on this one. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace! One love. Stay safe. Continue to be blessed.